How's everybody doing? When I was younger, I had this mentor. His name was Carlos. He lived next door to me. I was like 6 and he was way older than me. He was like 16, 17. He was already in high school. He knew how hard it was in my house. So every day he picked me up and made sure I got home, I got to school. Every day he rescued me. He gave me good advice, stuff like stay away from gangs, stay in school. See those guys over there? We'll stay on this side of the street. He gave me my proper ass advice. Once he said to me, I'm going to graduate from high school, and so would you. I'm going to go to college, and so would you. I'm going to go to medical school and become a doctor. Then I'm going to come back and take you with me so you'll be my son. So I guess I was like 6. Carlos came to get me like always. As he walked to school and we talked, some guy across the street, the same one who always told me to avoid, started yelling things like, where you from? And like that, Carlos shined them on, waved his arms, said to me, keep walking, keep walking. They asked again, and Carlos said something like, I'm not from nowhere. Suddenly, one of them is right by us, standing next to Carlos, asking the same question. In an instant, my face is splattered with blood and his brain matter. They said all of my face is covered. Carlos is on the ground gasping for air. Them guys left, and by the time anyone came to help, Carlos had died in my arms. Last thing I remember him telling me was, don't let me die. And I failed. I let him die. He died. After that, it took me like a month to be able to speak. I wasn't able to say a word. The way I heard about Homeboy Industries, myself had gotten a letter from Father Greg. He had a connection to G. The letter said, there is hope out here. I wonder how could this be? Hope for either one of us. Once I left prison, I came to the place of hope. On my first day of tattoo removal, before I started working at Homeboy Industries, Father Greg took me aside and said he was proud that I started my tattoo removal. Hearing that from G was that he was proud of me, gave me the same feeling as the day when my daughter was born. Nothing beats those feelings, and no one can take them away. They are the motivational part of what makes Homeboy Homeboy. Speaking with Father Greg that day was the first time any adult had looked at me in my eyes and told me they were proud of me. Since I've been at Homeboy Industries, I've done the HAZWOPER training, OSHA certification, DOT classes, safety training for drivers. I've done some background acting work as well. Southland, Sons of Anarchy. I've taken advantage of Homeboy's Project Fatherhood Partnership, and I spoke at their conference last year. This work has helped me to be a better parent. I've learned more about where my kids are coming from and what they need. I have found myself, my true self. This would not be possible without working on myself, thanks to Father Greg and Homeboy Industries.